Button. We have lights, so we know it's on now. Over here, you have your syringe with your straw. So peel it back, pull it out however you feel fit. That's going to make sure the straw does not get contaminated. Line up the flat with the outside here. It should go in nice and easy. See, it's not going easy. I just got to rotate it till it does. When it's nice and easy, push this through. So now we got to get the plunger all the way up. In order to get the plunger up, we need to activate it by hitting the active button here and pushing it up. Pull this out of the way so you can see. It's telling me 0 now. So now I need to then contrast, open the bottle, feel it without contaminating the edges, and get my straw here. The idea is to get the straw and you want to touch only this little area up here because we need to keep that sterile. Put the straw on without contaminating everything. Here we want to put the cap up so that way we don't make that unsterile. Make sure the straw goes inside the fluid, enable it again, and now we're going to suck up fluid. Usually there's only going to be 50 cc's, so a little bit there. And what I'm going to do is suck in the air. The idea that way when I pull the straw off, it's not going to drip down on that. So we don't need the straw anymore, we don't need anything else over here anymore. We need the cap on here. So here I would recommend doing it by hand, by spinning that dial clockwise, but we have a lot there, so I'm going to move it forward fairly fast, but I'm going to stop early because if you go up and you burp it, that's going to be a failure point because we can't have any of that contrast come out of it. Slowly moving it up. It's about right here now. Now it's starting to come up. And I want to get it to just about the base of the threads. Once we get to the base of the threads, that's where we have only a minimum amount of air in there. We don't have to worry about it leaking. If we're going to wait, put the heater back on. So the heater's back on, and now this is ready for a case. Grab a catheter. Alright, so now we're going to get ready. This is where I got to bounce back and forth. Alright, so we already put the pigtail in. We got our pressures. And now we need to hook up. So the circulator, right here, that's the scrub area. I'm going to get this ready by pulling this off so it doesn't drop on the field and tucking it in over here. You're going to take the cap off so that way Scrub Tech can hook up to it, and then we're going to just kind of angle it over to the field like this. So now the Scrub Tech, now I'm scrubbed in. I'm going to come in with my high pressure tubing. And it goes underneath that little lip. And I'm only touching just the end here. Nothing more than just the tip. I don't want to get anywhere near the shaft of the syringe. So now I have this here. Now this hand is now the circulator, okay? The circulator on this side is now going to be moving the fluid forward. We have it tilted up because we want to get the air out. You can see it is now right at the end. Now it doesn't really matter here because this is on the sterile side, so now the circulator is going to take this and tilt it down, or the scrub cat can do it, but we might break that tip off. So the circulator is going to be doing it. Can't do it with one hand, sorry. So now here as a scrub tech, I can move it down even more. We have this in the patient. Blood's coming out this way. And then the circulator is going to slightly move forward just so there's a little fluid-to-fluid exchange there. And as we have that fluid-to-fluid exchange, just enough to touch it. We don't want to push any bubbles in the body. So then I hook this up as a scrub tech. Then the circulator is now going to start aspirating. Aspirating means you're going to go counterclockwise, lefty-loosey, whatever you want to remember. It's going to take 3 or 4 turns before it even starts. Look, we haven't even moved yet. Now it's starting to move. As a scrub tech, I'm going to be tapping here to make sure the bubbles, tapping initially to get those bubbles loose. And then as soon as I see it coming up into here, I'm going to be tapping here while the circulator's aspirating. We're going to see a little blood swirl in here because that's blood's being drawn back. Once it's in here, we know it's air free. We're then going to go forward with this by hand, and you're going to watch the blood. So you can see here, because it's air, you'll see the blood and then the contrast barrier. Go here, and once we get to that point, it's going to be like 3 or 4 more turns. 1, 2. So in this one, it's only 2. It's 5 French cap. It depends upon what we have. Okay. So now the doctor's going to say what settings they want. So 3 for 13 is how much? 30. So 3 for 13. So 3 for 13, flow rate is 13. Volume's gonna be 39. Every time you enter it, you just gotta press it again to stop it from flashing. So 13 for 39, right? So duration's 3 seconds, 1200's fine, no delays. It's ready to go. So then you push single and then read. Is air removed from the syringe? The answer is yes. Now it's flashing. Now it's in the danger zone. And if I push the button, it's going to start injecting. So you don't push the button until the doctor says. So they'll go on floor and they'll say, okay, inject. Press and hold it down. Okay? And that's it. Now, when you're done, this is where it's really important for everyone's health's sake that you don't spray everyone with contrast and blood. So the scrub tech's going to undo this and hook it back up to his manifold. So this is going to be, that's the scrub, or her manifold, sorry, their manifold. So now it's hooked up, everything there is fine. Now the circulator here, for me, I'm now completed the circulator. I'm just going to kind of pull this off the field like that. So that way I'm not whipping this around at all. Then I'm going to grab this with a gloved hand, and then now it's easier for me to tilt it up like this, and I just have my thumb over so it doesn't spray anything. And then I'm going to activate it and take my thumb off and start sucking it in. Once I do halfway, then I'll just pull this off. Just so one less thing to worry about flipping around and getting blood on me. These things are tighter than last year's. So that's off, throw that in the trash. I need to get this rest of the way off and throw it in the trash too. Press it again and do that. Now be very aware of your bloody hands. If you keep on touching this, make sure you wipe it down immediately. Okay. Now it's all the way out, it says 151. If this does not move easily, it means you didn't go all the way back. Okay. So if you need to go a little bit more, crank it a little bit more, and then it should move out. And literally just pinky strength. You see almost no strength. If you set this up appropriately,
I think it's
over here, there. Just so it doesn't hurt my hand when I hit it. You can see I should be able to just push it down easily like that and it should come out. If you pull from the black, you get bloody. So don't. Push it down and then grab from this. Okay, so that is how we do it. Great.